He's poised perfectly to do so, and he's here in the quarterfinals, has a tricky match ahead of him. The last remaining South American performer here at the Pes League World Finals in Henrykinho. It's a tough game, honestly, for both players. So much talent, as Alex said in the studio, talent against talent. We're going to have to see which of the talent has more talent.
That's a nice roundabout way of saying two great players. Of course, Iwobi has the chance to go up towards Maitland-Niles, and now he will be joined in the attack by Lacazette, and it's a really bright start from Henrykinho. And just like that, we have the first goal of the second quarterfinals, and what a start from that man on your screen there with his wonderfully bleached blonde hair.
Absolutely beautiful, yeah. Beautiful rhymes and a beautiful goal as well. Well worked in and around the box. Nice back heel from Lacazette to set it up for Aubameyang. These two have been absolutely lethal as a combination up front for so many Pes League competitors, and Henrykinho will take the lead. Just 5 minutes gone.
A wonderful start for him, and with just 16 years of life experience, he's got a lot to do now. But of course, he has shown time and time again that he can come back from tricky situations, as Lacazette picks the ball up for Henrykinho, and a chance to counter-attack here. And it's gone out of play for a throw on the near touchline. And back towards Koscielny, now Socrates, and this is good possession here, Harry, from Henrykinho, who has that goal advantage.
Yeah,
just what he wants.
Certainly in the driver's seat, definitely what he wants, and has a chance here for an attack as well. Doesn't quite come out for him, but for now, if you are Faidan, you just want to settle down those nerves. Henry, you want to try and push the pace wherever you can. You can see he's knocking on the door, trying to make sure that he can get something out of this possession and this good spell of pressure. But if you're Faidan, just don't be too disheartened. You're only one goal down. You've got all of the game basically left to play, so just steady the ship. Absolutely,
and we said about that man on the ball here. Has it been towards Maitland-Niles? And we have another goal. Oh, the flag is raised for offside. The controversy continues on that attack there, and that would have been a crucial goal, which has been ruled out.
Let's see how close it is.
It is offside. It's a good decision. Of course, we touched on how good Faidan's day was yesterday in the co-ops, with WANI finishing runners-up to Illegal Soul Stars, and can he go one better today, Harry?
That is the question. We will have to see. Runners-up. He wants to win the whole thing. Every one of these players here wants to win the entire thing, and because they survived their respective groups, they certainly have a chance now, as Zeus Faidan is coming forward, has Iwobi in the box here as well.
It's a stunning stop in the end from Petacek, Harry, just when you thought he may be able to get that elusive equalising goal. Since the goal, of course, Harry, I mean, we've had nothing but wave after wave of Faidan pressure.
He's certainly trying to get back into this game, and it's just like I was saying, you can't be too disheartened, conceding first.
Aubameyang tries to play it through towards Iwobi. That's going to be food and drink for Petacek. And 22 minutes gone, and we have only the one goal, but that only tells half the story. It's certainly not a cagey affair so far, Harry, as Maitland-Niles picks the ball up and has the chance to find Guendouzi up over the top, looking for Hector Bellerin. Chance to cross it into the danger area. One back though, and that's good defending this time from Faidan. And he's starting to build a bit of momentum though, Henrykinho. Chance to make it 2-0 and possibly take the game away from the man from Indonesia, as Aubameyang is just dispossessed by Hector Bellerin. What does he need to do here, Faidan?
For me, Faidan just needs to watch out for how aggressive Henrykinho is playing his fullbacks. We saw Bellerin just before sparking the attack, pushing up that right-hand side for Henrykinho. He's going to be slow to get back on the defence, so if you can exploit that area of the pitch, maybe you have a chance.
Oh, he's at the crossbar. A stunning effort from Faidan, and he's just a hair's breadth away from equalising the scores, and really, so far on the pattern of play, a deserved equalising goal it would have been, but unfortunately for him it hasn't come. And now Henrykinho can go down the other end and make it 2-0. No, on this occasion it's blocked by Medley. Still the pressure's on though. Henrykinho in towards the back post, and Aubameyang can't get on the end of it, and this is worrying times here for Faidan, Harry.
Definitely. You don't want the next goal to go against you. You never want a goal to go against you, but certainly needs to be careful. He wants to be the player to strike next, but right now, again, Bellerin pushing up very high on that right-hand side. Needs to be something to watch out for, and this is the time maybe where you try and spark a counter-attack, but moved up the pitch almost hopelessly, really, for Faidan.
Chance to play through towards Hector Bellerin. Chance to cross it in towards Lacazette. Oh, it's the wrong side of the post, and he was inches away from possibly going into the semi-finals, you feel, because 2-0 at this level is so hard to come back from, and it's a gilt-edge opportunity, Harry. He has to be taking those.
Did the right thing, didn't he? But Leno lost at sea, caught wrong-footed, wanted to try and protect his far post. Lacazette, I think it was, going near post there, like you said, just the wrong side of the upright.
Medley picks it up, plays it out towards Hector Bellerin now. Lacazette joins the attack, and he's got support from Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang in the middle. He goes out towards the left-hand side, though, with Maitland-Niles. Good defensive header again from Henrykinho, who's looked incredibly solid in the opening 40 minutes or so, outside of that one outstanding chance, of course, for Faidan, and he wasn't able to take it, and Henrykinho would love a second goal now, really put the icing, or the cherry on the icing, should I say, at the end of the first half, as Maitland-Niles has a chance to play through towards Lacazette. Finds Iwobi, saved by Leno.
Thank you, Leno, for keeping Faidan in the game, because this really was so well worked. The knockdown, just that composure to play the one extra pass in the box. So many players would be tempted to just try and score with the header, but knocks it down to Iwobi. Leno, though, scrambling across, makes the save.
Iwobi in towards Guendouzi, tries to turn away from the challenge. It's going to be another corner, and again the pressure is still building here. They're going to go to a tactical break here to possibly make some changes in terms of what they're going to do for the set piece, and I mean, this is a really, really big moment in the match to possibly grab something right at the death at the end of the first half, because a second goal now for the Brazilian would put him firmly in the driving seat, and it would put Faidan on the plank as it's in towards the danger area, and then Mkhitaryan completes the clearance, and it's finished at the end of the first half, Harry, and a game that's been glittered with chances really has finished at the end of the first half only 1-0.
Just the one goal, not lost at sea, hasn't walked the plank just yet. X has not
you like what I did there? It was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just yet for Faidan, and he goes into this second half knowing that he needs at least a goal to force extra time. Don't forget, in the knockout stages we do play extra time. We go to penalties as well if we're tied after 120 minutes, but to make that a reality, we need Zeus Faidan in the home kit to tie this one up.
Iwobi, crossfield pass, it's beautiful towards Mkhitaryan, the former Dortmund man. Now Lacazette picks it up, the former Lyon man, back to the former Dortmund man in Aubameyang, and now Maitland-Niles picks it up, finds Iwobi, the pressure's still on here. Aubameyang in towards Lacazette, he just can't quite get that final pass, Harry.
Yeah, it seems to be Henrykinho whenever he attacks. I mean, I'll come back to my point.
It's another chance here on the counter-attack, no chance for 2-0.
Wow.
And Henrykinho showing why he's in the quarter-finals of the Pes League World Finals 2019. And many people were split on this game and which way is it going to go. And Henrykinho has come out all guns blazing.
Well, well, well. I was going to say up the other end, Zeus Faidan maybe trying to look for that one extra pass that Henrykinho seems to be finding whenever he attacks. This is not the case. Henrykinho, route one almost. Great vision here. Look at this massively long through ball. Who else but that man? Aubameyang on the end of it. Left-footed strike, not his favoured foot, but does not matter. Great hit.
Absolutely disastrous start to the second half for Faidan, and he is well and truly now on the plank with the dagger in his back, ready to go overboard unless something can happen in the remaining 35 minutes to 40 minutes or so that could completely change the tide. Harry, can he do it?
That's the question.
That is the question. What's the answer?
We need the answer to. I'm not sure I have it just yet, but
Hector Bellerin.
He's certainly going to go for it.
Finds Lacazette in towards Hector Bellerin again. It's going to be another corner And no, it's not. It's going to be a goal kick.
Wow.
Great news for Henrykinho. Of course, it looked like it was going to be a corner from up here in the gantry.
Thought that looked like a corner to me too.
As Lacazette now picks it up, and a third goal will definitely be curtains here as Aubameyang down the left-hand side. Hector Bellerin comes across, doesn't get anywhere near it, in towards Danny Welbeck. Leno with the punch clear, still the pressure's on through Maitland-Niles. Now Iwobi in towards Lacazette, and they just can't quite get out. They're camped inside the area. It's Aubameyang, saved by Leno again, and those fingertips might just have kept the 16-year-old in the competition as Danny Welbeck still going, and finally it goes out of play. Whoa, breathtaking.
Well, Faidan, the Indonesian 16-year-old, almost on life support here in this quarter-finals, playing a very, very, very dangerous game. Absolutely can't afford to concede the next one. Otherwise, well,
talk of a plank, talk of a life support machine. If he were to turn this around, this will be one of the greatest comebacks we've seen on the Pes League.
You say 2 goals is massive at this level. Imagine 3 goals. 3 is more than 2. Did you know that?
That's good, quick maths there, Harry.
Thank you very much.
You heard it here first, guys at home. 3 is more than 2. 57 minutes on the clock. 7, of course, more than 5. As Mkhitaryan will take the corner out towards the edge there. A chance to hit it first time. Oh, it's into the danger still, and hooked goalwards, and it's over the top. And the offside flag was raised. It wouldn't have counted, but that was almost a breathtaking set piece, Harry.
Almost. Didn't quite take my breath, but it's again a dangerous game to play. He is surviving for now, Faidan. As long as he stays within 2, he has a chance. But first and foremost, needs to get the next goal. Playing down the wing here to Aubameyang will help out, but Koscielny will cover him. Needs the next goal, but most importantly, cannot concede, because 3 goals, as we said before, will almost definitely get you into that quarter-final.
Absolutely.
Semi-final, excuse me.
Absolutely. Faidan, remember, beating Membanggakan 3-2 in the final to get here. So certainly a player not to take anything for granted against, as Hector Bellerin plays it in towards Danny Welbeck. A real chance here for Faidan again. That final ball is just proving too elusive right now. Of course, Membanggakan you will be able to see in one of the 2 remaining quarter-finals. I think he's up against one of the favourites, Usmakabal, in a tantalising quarter-final clash there. And there's still some big names, Harry, in the pot.
Yes, there are. Any of the remaining players left in the quarterfinals still alive in the competition, you could argue, could be crowned world champion today. Some great games we've got coming up.
20 minutes remaining here at the home of Arsenal Football Club. We are here live from the Emirates for the Pes League 2019 World Finals. We've seen Iligas All-Stars crowned champions of the co-ops yesterday, and we are awaiting to see who is going to be crowned champions of the 1v1s as Aubameyang picks it up, challenged by Hector Bellerin. 20 minutes remaining for Faidan to get anything from this match as Lacazette joins the attack on the right-hand side, plays it back to Hector Bellerin, now in towards Iwobi, headed away again. How impressed are you, Harry, of how resolute Henrykinho's been defensively as well? Yeah,
really impressed. A little bit disappointed, to be honest with you, with how almost one-dimensional Faidan's been. Seems time and time again he's trying to get that cross in and hoping to win a header, but defensively you can see he's not doing well. No, he's not indeed, and that was pretty sloppy actually from Henrykinho, and on another day it could have easily been 3. That final pass was really under hit, otherwise he certainly would have been in the semi-finals. As Iwobi picks it up now, chance to run at Mustafi. Instead he plays it infield towards Hector Bellerin now. Aubameyang, oh, lovely step over there from Aubameyang away from the defender. Chance to play it to Lacazette, but instead he decides to consolidate and keep possession. Now we're into that game management period, aren't we? Yeah, makes sense. You want to kill that time off, and that's why he's going to play it all the way back here to better check. 10 minutes left on the clock. I mean, in terms of this sort of stage in the competition, quarterfinals, semi-final at stake here with 9 minutes remaining. How impressed are you with how professional Henrykinho has been in these 90 minutes? Yeah, when you think about the combined age of these two, I mean, it's still younger than one of the eldest competitors here at the World Finals. Iwobi in towards the danger area. Danny Welbeck rises, and still he's been there or thereabouts, Faidan, but he just can't quite get that rub of the green to
pull a goal back, because a goal now would certainly put a cat amongst the pigeons and make for a very tense finale as Aubameyang surely, and we've got that goal, and it's a chance now for the 16-year-old wonder kid to produce what we were talking about, one of the greatest Pes comebacks the Pes League has ever seen.
I thought the chance had gone when he didn't take it first time with Welbeck, but he proved me wrong. I thought he should hit this first time, maybe a cross goal, but no. Sees Aubameyang completely unmarked, and are we in for a grandstand finish here? Henrykinho starting to get a little bit nervous here, potentially.
Well, I apologise, Henrykinho, because every time I've said something today, pretty much, there has been a curse upon that player, and I said how professional his performance has been, and 2-0 didn't really flatter him, but unfortunately for him, he has conceded, and now we are going to ring the changes for Faidan. He's gone. Harry, what are you seeing from this formation change? He's got a lot of width on that right-hand side now.
Yeah, he certainly does. It's obviously an attempt to win this game, and you want to try and break down Henrykinho, who, apart from that last sort of mistake, I suppose you could say, has been very stout defensively, whereas Faidan has struggled in that aspect. So I wonder whether or not Henry, on the other hand, might just try and go for a third.
Oh, it's another chance here for Danny Welbeck. Now Aubameyang back to Welbeck. It's in towards Aubameyang. Chance for 2-2, surely. And we've got the equalising goal. And the comeback is almost complete. We've got 2-2. Can he now go on and win it? But that, my friend, is absolutely incredible. But incredible performance from the young man.
16 years old. And at 2-0 down, 85 minutes gone, keeps his head and plays like a veteran. Just watch this great build-up play. You think he might just try and run through, but instead cuts back, waits for that amazing opportunity. You think Petr Cech might just try and rush out there and close down the angle, make it more difficult for Aubameyang, but the link-up play in the box and then this finish will surely set up now extra time between these two young guns.
We talk about Cinderella stories here in the Pes League, and as you said, at just 16 years of age, incredible performance to come back from 2-0 down. And just when I said how impressive Henrykinho had been, the game management just wasn't there. He conceded that first goal, and then I was just about to say, before that attack actually happened, was that all he needed to do was keep the ball out on that left flank where he had it. Instead of containing possession, he then decided to go for that third goal, and he left himself wide open. And of course now we're back to square one at 2-2. Are we going to see, though, with this final attack of the match, a goal to send Faidan into the semi-finals? Because that's exactly what could happen. Can he turn it around to 3-2? It's finished here. I'm absolutely exhausted yet again at the end of another enthralling Pes League match. And Harry, where are we going to go in the extra time period now?
I mean, it's anyone's game at this point. I thought that might have been one last chance for Faidan. Instead of playing it to his left, he had a man over on the right-hand side, might have been the better option, but either way, the point is moot now. Wipe the slate clean. We go to two 15-minute periods.
We do indeed,
in extra time. The
momentum, surely now you feel, is with the young man from Indonesia as Aubameyang picks it up and races up over the halfway line. You, of course, can't write off Henrykinho by any stretch of the imagination, because he has produced some incredible performances so far today, and he's got possession here high up the field. One back though by Willock, and again Faidan comes again through Lacazette. Now Aubameyang, support infield from Willock. And what do you do now, Harry, if you're, of course, that man, Henrykinho, because that's got to be a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, you've got to try and weather the storm. The momentum is definitely swinging in the favour of Faidan, and he's going to be having so much confidence behind him. He's here attacking again. He looks like a different player here in this, well, now we're in extra time, but certainly in the second half.
Lacazette into the danger area, chance to pull it back towards Hector Bellerin, support infield, he might not use them, he has, it's Aubameyang, deflected wide of the target, and all the pressure now in this extra time period is coming in the form of an Indonesian wave here.
I thought Petr Cech there might have been wrong-footed by the deflection. Either way, corner will come in. Henrykinho seems to be hanging on.
100 minutes on the clock. I feel about 100 years of age
I've aged
right now after today for sure, as Willock plays it in towards a danger area. Denis Suarez up. Only a little man, but he almost got on the end of it. He's got it back here. Chance to play it in towards the danger area. And now Danny Welbeck picks it up, plays it through. It's Aubameyang, back to Welbeck. Wonderful, 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 world-class goal. And he salutes the fans here. And we are seeing a star born, the dark horse, the 16-year-old magician, Faidan.
Wow, 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 what a goal and what a series of events. 2-0 down, 85th minute. Turned it right around. Look at this play, so much patience, so many opportunities. You might try and force it. The back heel from Aubameyang.
Majestic, Harry. Not only was it a back heel, but it was a back heel nutmeg, my friend.
Oh yes, look at this again.
Oh.
See you later. Sold him for a kipper.
Sold him for a kipper, indeed. Absolutely sensational, and we said how difficult it was going to be in extra time for Henrykinho to pick himself back up again. Well, he's got to do it, and he's got to do it in even more stressful situations, because now he finds himself behind, but he's on the attack nevertheless. Are we going to see this game swing back in the momentum favour of the Brazilian? Well, it's finished at the end of the first half of extra time. It's another 3-2 so far, Harry, and we've seen some incredible performances today from many different competitors, but this again has got to take one of the biscuits, surely.
Yeah, if not all the biscuits. The last America's
If
hope.
only we had a biscuit sponsor.
Oh, I'd love a biscuit right now.
As
the last hope of the Americas left in the tournament from Brazil has to get a goal and can't concede another one if he wants to force penalties.
Willock challenged by Mustafi. And Henrykinho knows he's only 10 minutes or so away from crashing out here after leading by 2-0 with only 10 minutes remaining in 90. And now it's Faidan again for 4-2 to wrap this up. And it's all over, surely. What a performance are we seeing, Harry? A star born in the Pes League.
How has he done it? How has this man come back from 2-0 down to score 4 in a row? Absolutely unbelievable. You thought maybe, as you were saying, the momentum might swing back in Henry's favour. Faidan says, you know what, lads, just take a minute and watch this. Take a minute, admire my gameplay, because you will be seeing me in the semi-finals.
Do apologise to the guys at home if the volume is increasing in your ears, but it's just the decibels here. Due to the excitement, it's just really hard to contain as we're seeing another masterclass turnaround, which, again, we talked about special games in competitions, but this right here, people will remember this game for decades to come, surely, Harry.
Yeah, it's one of those where, as we saw in the EU regional finals, when you think back to just the 15-year-old Austria Birch almost qualifying for this tournament, he was one that we noted potentially a future star. Zeus Faidan, just a year older, is on his way to a World Finals semi-final. 16 years old.
And remember, of course, he got to the final yesterday of the co-op competition, so he's finished runner-up in the co-ops, and potentially he could at least be in a semi-finals of the 1v1s at 16 years of age. And of course, you guys at home watching, if you're 16 or 17 or thereabouts, of course, it could be you next year. You could be that player writing your name in the history books of the Pes League as Denis Suarez down the left-hand side, a chance to just retain possession. And we're seeing now potentially from Faidan that experience that Henrykinho needed to use at the end of the 90 minutes when he was 2-0 up, because the game was dead and buried.
So smart, so smart. You might try and go for a third goal in extra time to make it your 5th overall, but as you said, so clever, kill off the remainder of this clock, because obviously if Henrykinho gets a goal immediately, yeah, maybe he has a chance of getting another one and forcing penalties still, but as long as you kill off this clock, drain out the remainder of extra time, retain possession, you are going to a semi-final.
From Southeast Asia, just 16 years of age, 88% win percentage in his route to the finals. Only losing one in those stages, and he's got a chance here to make it 5-2 and wrap up one of the greatest comebacks the Pes League has ever seen. On this occasion, it isn't to be, but what is to be is that we are going to